If you've been looking for a pattern that you can sew up quickly and either dress up or down, boy, do I have a pattern for you. I'm Madi with Madi Sews, and thanks for hanging with me, you all. So over here on my channel, I like to share with you all of the things that I've made, mostly for my curvy body. But every now and then you'll catch me sewing for other people. I also like to share pattern reviews, pattern and fabric hauls, as well as share tips and tricks with you guys when it comes to fitting curvy bodies. So if that sounds like something that's up your alley, I'm glad you're here. So today I wanted to tell you about the Cashemerette Springfield top. Now this is actually a pattern that I've had in my stash now for, it's got to be years now. And I don't know why I've just never reached for it. The reason why I decided to reach for it now is because recently I made my Ankara showstopper skirt, which is a two-tiered skirt. And because there was a whole lot going on in the skirt, I decided that I wanted something that was a more simple design and that I can squeeze out of a little bit of fabric and wasn't going to make me do an FBA. And that's one of the reasons why I honestly like Cashemerette's patterns. She has FBAs built into her patterns, which is really helpful. At this point, I've made 3 of these, and honestly, I've gone through some of my larger fabric scraps that I've been holding onto, and I've identified more fabric so that I can squeeze out a couple of more. What I like about this pattern is that it can be dressed up or down. Honestly, I feel like this would look really great with shorts, skirts, things like that, but you can also wear it into work, throw a little cardigan over it. This kind of pattern really fills a hole in my closet right now. So let's just talk about some of the details of this pattern. This pattern is actually described as a woven shell that you can use for layering. And this pattern is not one of the ones that she's expanded yet. So the sizing on this one does run from a size 12 up to a 28, and it has cup sizes of C through H. Realistically, what does that mean? Well, I guess in terms of bust size, it covers a bust of 40 all the way up to 58. And those are with the different cup options. And then on the waist, 32 to 48, and hips 42 to 58. There are 2 different views that you can make. There's view A, which is this one, which is actually what I made. And then there's view B, which is this one. View B is a little bit of a closer fit. It has, and let me show you. Both of them have that back yoke, but view B also has these princess seams in here. So that way if you always have to do like a small, what is that? A small back adjustment, a sway back adjustment. So if you always have to do one of those, you can easily take away the fabric in that area to get a really beautiful fit. The other view has a band option that you can use. Now, I haven't used the band. What I did was I used that view A and I cropped it up short, and then I just hemmed it about 1 inch. And you can see there's my serging on the inside. For this version, I did do something slightly different than the instructions. So the instructions call for you to use bias binding, and you cut it out of the fabric that you're using, and then you flip it to the inside and sew it down here, like this one. So you can see there's my bias binding on the inside here. It's not on the outside. This one, because I wanted my trim to actually show, because I was trying to coordinate it with the top layer of my skirt, I decided to just kind of overlap it around the edges. So that is my very first top. And honestly, I feel like I got the length on this crop just where I like it to be. It's not too short to where it exposes too much midriff, but it does, you know, kind of show a little bit, which I think is fun. I almost forgot to tell you about sizing. So size-wise, I made a size 14 at the top through the arm size, so neckline, arm size, and then I started grading out to a 16 at the, and then I have to grade out to a 22 at the hips. Now, for this one, I didn't have to do all of that grading out at the hips because it was cropped. For the version that I'm wearing right now, I did. One other thing that I'd like to note is that with this top, I felt like there was just a bit too much fabric around the neckline. It was just a little looser than I'd like. When I made this version, I basically took the two pattern pieces, which are cut on the fold. Well, I overlapped it at the neckline on both the front and the back by a 1/4 inch. I made sure to angle that piece so that it was overlapping that edge at the neckline a little bit, and then it came back onto the fold towards the bottom, which I think really did the trick. I mean, look, if we're going to be honest, the technical way to have done it would have been, okay, let's put in a dart, figure out how much needs to be removed, you know, pivot that into the bust darts. If I can do a quick cheater method and still get really nice results, well, that's what I'm gonna do. And you can see here, this neckline actually sits nice and flush across the chest. I probably could have taken just a bit more out on the top there, but overall, I think the back neckline still looks really good. And then I also made this one right here, which I used some scrap fabric that I made a pair of pants out of before. Now this is a beautiful crepe fabric. I think it's an Atelier brunette fabric that I had picked up from Three Little Birds a while ago. And I was stoked that I had just enough of this to squeeze out a little more. And when I say I squeeze this one out, I was cutting right onto those, like that little selvage seam right there. Yep, I sewed right onto that because I really wanted this top. Now, I will admit, I actually forgot to take out the additional fabric at the neckline. So this one does have a little bit of pooling. And because this fabric is more, it has a whole lot more drape than the stiffer cottons do, you can see exactly what I'm talking about with that extra space at the neckline. So I'll be more mindful in taking that out in my next versions. Overall, I really do feel like all of these Springfield tops are really good. The pattern's well drafted. The instructions are really good. And quite honestly, I feel like it's such a quick and easy make. After you've got this pattern cut out and ready to go, I mean, it takes no time at all to whip out one of these things and look really put together and polished. It's just a good staple for your closet, if you ask me. It definitely is in mine anyways. So if you're looking for a good staple, I really recommend this pattern. As a matter of fact, I feel like Cashmerette has a lot of really good staple patterns for your wardrobe in general, especially if you're a full bust and on the curvier side of the sewing range. If you're interested in how some of her other patterns have worked out, check out this video over here where I made her tank top. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And until next time, I sincerely hope that you find joy and have a wonderful day.